All right, one more time for your mind. This is the Gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you what's on my mind. I'm going to try to be just a little bit more mellow on this one because apparently my loud voice kind of gets the cat nervous. So never let it be said that I am insensitive to the needs of the felines. You know what I mean? You know, Big Mark loves the pussy. Okay, all right. Anyway, guys, listen. I want to address this article that I saw last week, right? And what it is, it's proof, right, of the declining mental health of the shill media. And you're going to see what I'm talking about here. Now, guys, you know, I think like last month or something like that, I did a video talking about how J.J. Abrams was talking about how overwhelmed he was coming in to film episode 9 because he didn't have a plan. There was no overlapping story arc. And he kind of had to start from scratch after Ruin Johnson like fucked up the trilogy. So you remember him saying that, and I'll leave the link to that article perhaps that I was reading in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. But this guy, you know, who wrote this article that I'm going to share with you is trying to push the narrative that this trilogy has always been planned out and they always knew what was going to happen, you know, throughout the course of this trilogy, and especially with Kylo Ren's character, which we all know is some bullshit. But, you know, what can I say? It's like I just want to share this because I see him with a view to a shill. And he's got a license to shill, all right? But I'm going to share this with you guys because I love catching them in lies. And I mean, we all know that this is a lie. And you can find this on cinemablend.com, all right? And it says, Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker has been planned since The Force Awakens. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker has been planned since The Force Awakens. And the lie detector determined that is a lie. And this article is written by Corey Chichizola Corn Goodness. Oh yo yo! Corey Chichizola. I love it. All right. And he starts off by saying, in the past few years, the past few years have been great for Star Wars fans, and the lie detector determined that is a lie, as there have been a ton of new and exciting projects hitting the theater since Disney acquired Lucasfilm. That's a lie. The House of Mouse has produced standalone films and an upcoming live-action series, although fans are most invested in the main franchise. Lie. The 9-film narrative will end with Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, with J.J. Abrams returning to the director's chair to tie up a variety of stories. The pressure is on for J.J. Abrams to conclude the story he began with The Force Awakens, as well as the entire franchise up to this point. Adam Driver has starred as the villainous Kylo Ren in the sequel trilogy and recently revealed that his character's story was planned from back in Episode 7 and has remained consistent through the rise of Skywalker. Consistency is one thing you will not find in this new trilogy. Dude, you are full of shite. Moving on. As he put it, an overall arc was very not vague. The opposite. It was very clear. There was an end in sight, even from the beginning. The detail, well, yeah, there was an end in sight. The only end that these people were thinking about was the dollars, the money, the bottom line. That's all they were thinking about. This is so obvious. I don't know why they bother to act like they have any type of artistic investment in this whatsoever. The trash that they shoveled out. Like, you know, in Avengers, when Doctor Strange says, of all of the millions of ways, there can only be one way. Like, of all the millions of ways they could have gone with the sequel trilogy to the original trilogy, of all the ways they could have went, this has got to be the one fucking way they shouldn't have gone. This is the one way that nobody could get passionate about, unless they were just really trying. They were just really desperate. You know, no disrespect to people who love the new trilogy. I mean, listen, love it, okay? Roll around in it and slop. Whatever, fuck. All right, so anyway, the details obviously hadn't been worked out, but we had talked about the very thing that we've been working towards with this last one. Well, this is a relief, because while The Last Jedi shocked the audience and The Rise of Skywalker was originally set to be directed by Colin Trevorrow, it looks like the overall story hasn't been changed much since The Force Awakens was in production. Oh, what a relief it is. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Yeah, it upsets my stomach too. Adam Driver's comments to Vanity Fair are sure to excite the hardcore Star Wars fandom, that's a lie, who might be nervous about what J.J. Abrams is bringing to the franchise with The Rise of Skywalker. Rian Johnson purposefully subverted fan expectations with The Last Jedi, and the blockbuster is the most divisive installment in the long-running property. His bold choices, his bullshit choices. Listen, there's not one story arc that man didn't sink. It's a good thing that Noah wasn't in the sequel trilogy, because he would have sank his arc. I'm sorry. Alright, his bold choices didn't vibe with some of the hardcore fandom, although now it looks like the current trilogy's core narrative has remained consistent across all three movies. The Star Wars franchise is beloved by entire generations of fans, so the pressure is on for J.J. Abrams to deliver with The Rise of Skywalker. But since he was the architect of the property's return to theaters, Abrams has a full understanding of this story and will be able to wrap it up on a way, or I think it should say in a way, he will be able to wrap it up in a way that hopefully, in brackets, satisfies the rabid fan base. See, this is what I'm talking about, right? Abrams has a full understanding of the story. You'll see in the article that I'm leaving in the description box, that man literally said he had no fucking clue what he was doing. He was starting from scratch. He was pulling it out of his ass literally. This shit will be on the screen in December, all right? Whether it's entertaining or not is not even the question, you know, for this fan anyway. All right, what the issue is how they trashed what came before. All right, and then they went on to disrespect the fans. That's what it's always been about for me. All right, and of course the dangerous thing that they're doing by trying to deny people and trying to villainize people who have the nerve to disagree with them. If they had their way, we would be on some type of terrorist watch list because of what we're doing here on YouTube. You know, I don't doubt it. Although the contents of Episode 9 are still a total mystery at the moment, there are tons of balls in the air. There are tons of balls in the air for the current Star Wars trilogy, so J.J. Abrams' narrative possibilities are seemingly endless. There are balls in the air. Yeah, audiences will follow the final battle for Ben Solo's soul, General Leia's final appearance, as well as the trio of new heroes. The trio of new heroes. Don't you mean the quartet? All right. What about Rose? Don't forget about Rose. You are a racist, sir. Why would you leave Rose out? Rose Tico is a vital part of this new trilogy. And you're just saying it's a trio. No. You see? There's the hypocrisy, guys. Where is it? The first trailer for The Rise of Skywalker was truly epic. That's a lie. So the wait until Episode 9's will be excruciating for hardcore fans. No, the only thing that's excruciating is what you've been doing to the hardcore fans since you picked up Star Wars, Disney, Lucasfilm. That's the only thing that's excruciating. I have an excruciating pain in my ass since you picked up Star Wars and just did all types of sacrilege to it. It's just wrong, guys. It's just wrong, and I'm tired of fucking pretending. This is not Star Wars. These people have no clue. No clue what Star Wars is. If they did, it wouldn't look like this. It wouldn't feel like this. They wouldn't have done what they did. End of story. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker will arrive in theaters on December 20th. In the meantime, I ain't checking out shit. Alright, so that's the end of it, guys. That's the end of that article. And see, this is what I'm talking about. See how they attempt to change the narrative. And it's a good thing that you have the Fandom Menace on YouTube doing these videos so we can catch them in their lies, because people wonder why we do this. What, is it even important? Just go away. If you don't like Star Wars, just leave it alone. Just go away, slink under a rock somewhere, get into something else. All right, but see, if we allow these people to change and, you know, recreate the narrative as they see fit, then no one's ever going to really know the truth of what all of this is. And that's the reason why I gave the shout out to Stephen Walton as well, and everyone in the Fandom Menace, you know, who just won't stay silent. There's a reason for it, and I respect it, and I'm proud to stand among you. All right, guys, so that's it. You know, let me know what you think of all this. You know, I welcome it. And you can like, you can share, you can subscribe. And make sure when you subscribe that you hit the notification bell so you continue to get notices from when I'm running my mouth. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget I'm on Twitter as well. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.